Good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're doing right, it's time for 48-hour analysis. Basically, we're going to look at all the skins of the current Rust store, make comparisons to previous Rust store skins to get a good idea in regards to, well, how much each of these skins are likely to sell by next Thursday, and then knowing that with them question, are these skins still holding up to being perfectly fine investments, or are there any potential problems that you need to be aware of? So sit back, relax, and I'll start yapping. Lunar New Year 2026, week 1. And the initial reaction wasn't, people didn't really care too much. Technically speaking, it's a batch of holiday skins. So by default, you should treat it like holiday skins, aka you're not going to see any sequels until, well, next year. Yeah. So at the first 24 hours of sales, they were fine. It's not too bad. I mean, if you want to see bad, let's just go back a month. Yeah. So it could be worse. I mean, I guess that's the most positive way of looking at it and whatnot. But yes, there isn't that much interest in all of this. If you're aware of all the skins that were submitted for Lunar New Year 2026, okay, I could respect the disappointment, but we still have week 2 next week. So we'll see what becomes of that. But yeah, we have to work with these at the moment. If you saw my predictions video, it was a bit short, wasn't it? Because again, I just couldn't really figure out what was actually going to work out quite all right. If anything, the items are looking pretty sweet. And don't forget, the horse mask, the lunar horse armor, and the silly horse mask, they will become marketable Monday night going into Tuesday morning. All right? So cool. Right then, so let's hop out of here. We're about 50 hours in now. Yep. And there you go. The items are down here. But that's a discussion for Monday. If anything, I might make a special video showcasing the buy orders. So discussing it, buy orders, looking at it afterwards, and questioning what happens next. But I should point out, once again, I do believe the Lunar New Year horse armor and the silly horse mask, I'm very much under the impression they'll be brought back again next year. And the year after that, and the year after that. All right, cool. Right then, so sales, they've progressed a bit, but it's not too ridiculous. Again, I'm looking at this 50 hours in, but the difference between 48 and 50 was maybe about 200 to 300 subscribers on this. It really isn't that much. Oh, okay, fair enough. Understood. So should we just jump in then and figure out how much each of these skins are likely to sell by next Thursday? And then we'll also question, could they still work out quite nicely as investments? So, hopping back over to here. Furnace, Lunar Horse Garage Door, fairly close to each other. What do we compare to? I think we could compare to the Fawned Love Tier 2 armor. So, let's go ahead and do just that. Let's go to Valentine's, and let's get a good look at that Tier 2 armor. So, let me remind you, this is like vaguely green, and quite a lot of people assumed, oh, surely that could be like some nice cheap green camouflage. But it's also got red roses all over it. I did say it's not going to be pretty good for like the plains and the fields, but in the jungle it should be quite all right. Anyway, 19,000 subscribers. Let's hop back over to here, look at the current progress, and I'll sit here and say, I think the Furnace and the Garage Door are more likely to do between 17 to 20,000 subscribers. Now, in regards to the Furnace, I mean, that could easily get a sequel next year. It's a panda. It's not one of the animals on the Zodiac. So next year, we could probably have a different deplorable with the cute little panda being hidden on it somewhere, and then, yeah, that'll just work. I think the skin creator, Mr. McQuarrie, I think he's in a very good position now. Next year, you can just make another sequel, and the year after that, another sequel, and the year after that, another sequel. Just make a bunch of cute pandas. So I could see some interesting things going on with this. Perhaps it still might suffer over the course of the next several weeks, especially as we go through March and April. But I think that could actually still work out quite all right. Priced at $2, it is an abnormal skin, but still probably getting around 20,000 subscribers, which really, it's not exactly rare, is it? No. Is it in demand? Well, that might be the case. So, okay, we'll leave it at that. But the Garage Door. Someone did mention this to me. I'm a horse farmer. This would be perfect for my horse farm. What? I mean, all right then. Let's not forget. Face Punch did reveal their roadmap for this year. And at the end of this year, they intend to release cows and sheep. They want it so that you can, like, have animal farm. Do horses count? I'd imagine so. Could you breed horses in the future? Probably. Imagine if you could, like, breed the horses to make, like, a super horse. Like, you know how you have to get, like, a... how you're constantly making the most perfect hemp. Well, now you could probably go ahead and make them, like, the most perfect horse. Like, it'd be horse, but plus. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Anyway. If that does happen, you could see an interesting increase in demand for this in the future. And, you know, across the board, yeah, the skins aren't exactly selling ridiculous amounts. But if there were to be an increase in demand, whether it might be a sequel in the future or a usage for it in the future, well, if there's only so many to go, you know, like if there's only so much of it to go around, only so many to get bought, all the better for it to rise up in price. Oh. But by default, with the holiday skins, you'd expect prices to drop off. I'm talking about further in the future, so okay. But let's not forget, we've seen a ridiculous amount of garage doors this year. I mean, we're only like 8 weeks in, almost, yeah? So 8 Rust doors, 10 garage doors already, and there will be more. If you saw the amount of garage doors that are produced for Lunar New Year, it's got to be about like 20 or 30. Next week, for Lunar New Year, week 2, I am expecting another garage door at the very least to be accepted. I'd be surprised if we don't. But I'd also expect a sheet metal double door. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I kind of don't expect that to work out very nicely. It looks fine. I've got no issue with it. It's just, realistically speaking, I don't really expect that much. Sorry to say. Fortunate Horse AK-47. By default, yeah, I don't think it's going to be A-okay. I don't think it stands out enough for it to really, really stand out. So, quick look at it again. Produced by Robstar. A very nice, stylish looking design. Looking very cool. A fiery horse. But, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it still suffers. Like, look at the most recent AK-47s. Yeah, gold chains down. Oh, wow. Senor Tomato down. Even Hellcore. So I'm sorry to say I don't have the highest of hopes. Someone did point this out to me, though. Hedge. I can see it at night time, though. It's got good night light. True, but there's several other AK-47s that exist that are cheaper than that also have better night light. So, yeah. Sorry to say. What's the best thing we can compare to? So, you might laugh at this, but the best thing I could compare to was the jelly head wrap. Although I kind of would probably prefer to compare to the boat door. Why is that? Well, you'll see in a second, because that jelly head wrap really didn't sell that much. It only did about 12,600 subscribers. It slowed down towards the end of its 7-day tenure in the Rust door. But then you look at the boat door, a transparent wooden door. Yeah, that kept up the momentum. That was still getting good sales. That went all the way up to about 15,000 subscribers. So, looking at the current rate of sales with this right now, yeah, I reckon 13 to 15,000 subscribers is probably a better suggestion for that. But I still believe it'll drop off. Sorry to say. So, yeah, that'll probably just be a 60 cent to 80 cent barter. Celestial Steed sheet metal door. So, what are we going to compare with you? Let's hop back over to here. There wasn't that many sheet metal doors produced for Lunar New Year, but hey, that got accepted, so props to the skin creator. I think we're going to want to compare to, let's go to the double barrel shotgun. Where's that? It's over here. Corsair double barrel shotgun, 6,000 subscribers. Over to here, almost 6,000 subscribers. So, back to naval update. We scroll down to the bottom. Okay, 12,000 subscribers. Let's hop back over to here, looking at the progress that we see. I reckon that's going to do between 11 to 13,000 subscribers. But with the amount of sheet metal doors we've seen in this game, and with many more to come, it really wouldn't surprise me if that drops off. It doesn't glow in the dark. Oh, that did. That did. Oh dear, oh dear. And then you look at last year. How many of these are actually in the positive? 1, scroll, 2, 3. Uh-oh. So we saw 27 of them. Some of them are Twitch drops and kick drops, but the majority, the vast majority of them, they're down bad. They are down bad. Like, garage doors, sheet metal doors, they are very unreliable. And, you know, you only have to look at them again and just see for yourself that, oh, well, yeah, okay, understood. So maybe it's just better off if we stick with a barter. So just to confirm, this is abnormal, that's not abnormal, this is abnormal. And yet, it's going to be a situation where I just stick with a barter. I feel like that's definitely going to be the case for the whole Rust door, sort to say, but yeah. So yeah, it's just a matter of there will be more sheet metal doors, and I think people prefer the other ones compared to this. Perhaps there are people out there that don't want to have the glow-in-the-dark door. All right, you know what? That might be pretty sweet. Again, if you're going to make horse farms in the future, well, now you have a sheet metal door as well. Right then, so for the next batch of skins, I'm going to reference the bed, the hunting bow, and the the M249, which, oh, well, you dropped off. Okay, anyway. So, yes, initially, the bed, the bow, and the M249, fairly similar numbers in sales, or rather subscriber counts, 5,000 to about 4,500. Or what are we going to compare to? Let's go to the previous week. Let's look at this bed. So this right here did about 5,300 subscribers. Let's go ahead and get a good look at you right now. And how are you currently holding up? I can confirm to you this bed, wow, 12,000 subscribers. But it did have a little bit more in comparison to the other skins after 24 hours of sales. So, as I look at these three, I think they're more likely to do between 10 to 12,000 subscribers. So, this bed, yeah, I could see you doing that. You're very bright at night time. The bow, Sure. And the M249, it's more likely you're going to probably have about maybe just about 10,000. So, okay. Well, with this bed, it's another instance of, oh, wow, it's the first ever bed for this particular holiday. Well, you know what? Look, there you go. There's Valentine's. That dropped off. I'm sorry to say, but it wouldn't surprise me if the year of the horse bed does drop off. There will be a lot more beds. We have seen ridiculous amounts of beds being accepted after, what, just a few months? Ever since it first became skinnable, it's just bed after bed after bed after bed after bed after bed, and another one and another one and another one. Yeah, point made. Understood. So to say, I don't think too many people actually care about Lunar New Year that play Rust. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, sorry to say, I don't fully trust it. At least it's abnormal. We could do the early balders, and then we can see how it looks afterwards. Lunar horse bow, I mean, hunting bows in general. Yeah, the majority of them aren't exactly doing super great. Sorry to say, but we could see that. Now, looking at this, it's got a pretty nice looking design, and at night time you can see it pretty easily. But I'm still not fully convinced. But it does have a majorly white design. Surely there's like other white skins that we could look at. Oh, you got Oathkeeper there. That still went down in price. Scroll. Didn't we have a comics bow? There it is. That's doing very nicely. But that's also got a collection behind it. Yeah, I don't fully trust it. I might just stick with like a 60 cent to 80 cent barter. Then we have the M249. Well, let me put it this way. How often do you actually like use an M249? Because I think that's the issue there. The majority of them not doing very nice. Yeah, if you don't use the weapon itself that much, where's the justification to own skins for it? Okay, so yeah, I don't fully expect that much for that either. So that's not looking very good either. 60 cent to 80 cent barter. Right then, so moving on, let's talk about the next batch of skins. So in regards to large box, fridge, wooden door, and small box, what could we compare to that or with them? Deep sea pickaxe, because as you'll notice, this only has about 4,400 subscribers. This goes all the way down to 3,600. If we could go back a fair bit, Deep Sea Pickaxe only had about 4,100 subscribers, if you can see that. So let's go back and take a looky. So let's go over to the naval update. Let's scroll down. And as I can see over to here, 8,000 subscribers. Right. So, as I hop back over to here, as I look at the skins, you'll see that the Year of the Horse large box has actually now surpassed the M249. So that's actually kind of improving. Maybe people subtly cared about it. We'll see. Fridge, yeah, not too far off either. Wooden door drops off a bit. And then the small box, yeah, the gap's getting bigger and bigger. I think these are likely to do between 9 to 11,000 subscribers. So yes, that could end up selling more than this. But that's just a case of this underperforming. Anyway, large box. You don't glow in the dark, do you? No. We've shown that off in the Rust rotation video. If you have not yet seen it, consider watching it. Get a good look at all the brand new skins. But yeah, whilst it looks nice, doesn't glow. Not sure if people are super crazy for such a thing. The fridge, though. The first fridge to be accepted in 2026. Lots of transparency, very stylish design, lovely amount of glow in the dark. I'm kind of convinced this actually might do quite alright. And I am convinced it'll sell less than 10,000 subscribers. But let's also point out, we have seen other fridges sell for, well, less than 10,000, and they still dropped off. Bones fridge, for example. That didn't glow in the dark, did it, though? No. But still went down by over a third of its price. Ooh. You could also look at, like, the Halloween one, the Spooky Harvest fridge. That's got lots of transparency. It glows in the dark very nicely. Yeah, that didn't work out very nicely. I mean, if you want a very nice, cool-looking glow-in-the-dark fridge with transparency, you could just use Welland's fridge. Come on now, just it's right there. So, yeah. Do you reckon we'll see a lot of fridges this year? Last year we saw a ton of them. The vast majority of all fridges that exist appeared in 2025 because we got 20 in total and, of course, only 37 overall. So we'll see if we end up seeing more. I'm having doubts. I hope it's the case, but yeah. Keep an eye on that Lunar fridge. It looks cool. It looks nice. And let's see if we see a collection continuation next year. Wooden door, glows in the dark, looks pretty cool. Nice, creative. I just don't expect much from it because it's a wooden door. Now, yeah, I said the exact same thing with the recent one with the naval update, but that had transparency. That doesn't, and this very likely will just end up like most wooden doors. Like, we've seen other wooden doors come out somewhat recently that glow in the dark. They still suffer. Look at this one. Wild Hunt wooden door, down 93%. So, yeah, point made. Sorry to say, but I don't think you can escape. I don't think you can escape Inevitable. And then we got the Year of the Horse box, which is part of the, Chinese New Year small boxes, as per Samota's collection name. There will be another one next year. There will be another one next year. There will be another one next year. It wouldn't surprise me if they get accepted. But do take note, down 44, down 25, down 17. I will not be surprised in the slightest. This is just going to go down in price regardless. It really wouldn't surprise me. So, yeah, you might only do about 9,000 subscribers. You might even do less. I still expect it to drop off. Sorry to say. And now, Firecracker Hide Poncho. Well, I mean, that has sold a lot less in comparison to any skin that's come out fairly recently. Best bet is comparing to like the Void Venom Sword. That obviously sold a lot more. Well, quite a bit more. Let's go that. Quite a bit more compared to the Poncho. But that's still, this sold like next to nothing. So as we hop back over to here, let's go towards the end of January. And as you might notice, this sword, it only did 5,200 subscribers. As I hop back over to here, well, 2,400 so far. I think that Poncho most likely will do between 4,000 to 5,000 subscribers. Less than 5,000 will be my answer then. It's not like we've never had a transparent Poncho before. And by default, Ponchos, they don't exactly work out very nicely. Just look at all the independent ones. Do take note. Oh my, yeah, the majority of them aren't exactly doing super great. But I will respect that quite a lot of these have actually recovered quite nicely. But the majority are still down. And when times get bad, oh, it gets so much worse. So we'll see what becomes of it. A sheer lack of sales definitely could probably work out for you. But I do remember another Poncho that came out somewhat recently. Cheese Poncho, yep. That cheese Poncho, it only did 4,000 subscribers. It's literal cheese. It's cheese! And yet, yeah, it's only $1. Lost a third of its value. So, are we just better off with a Balder? Yeah, yes we are. So, okay, you're abnormal. We'll make use of that. But, yeah, I don't fully trust it. And that's the wrap. That's everything. That was pretty quick, wasn't it? Hedge has still got to yap a little bit more, so let's get to it. What else are we going to yap about? Regular skins are back. Yes, I can confirm regular skins are back. And oh my, what's this? Oh, that just so happens to be the first ever barbecue skin we have ever seen. Yep, produced by Mr. Shedbon. It's the Nom Nom Barbecue. So do expect some more of these. And we're not going to see them being accepted until March Force Wipe. So over the course of this weekend, you might see a couple more. Next weekend, you might see a couple more. And then, of course, March Force Wipe. Let's go. Let's see what gets accepted. Now, I ask you right now, what would you like to see being the next skinnable? What would you like to see become skinnable in April 2026? Feel free to comment below. There was some mumblings that it might be the Salvaged Axe, which would make sense. People have been sitting and waiting for that for quite some time now, haven't they? So, yep. Cool. Best of luck to Mr. Shedbon. Now, moving on from here, let's also point out the player counts day. Oh, it did very, very nice. It's still doing very, very nice. Like, it's kind of late. It's getting kind of late now in Europe at the very least. Still 150,000 people playing. Lots of people turned up today. February is actually getting very, very, very close to January. Okay, we'll see how that ends up by the end of the month. Okay, what's March going to be like, though? Could we be better than last year's March, or will we still suffer? It's still expected that we suffer. Less people play the game, less demand for skins, prices drop off. Speaking of prices dropping off, have you seen what's happened? Have you seen Xenotype Collection? My goodness. So, yeah, everything dropped down in value. What? Yeah, let's go take a look. So, I looked at the Xenotype Collection, like, somewhat recently, and the full set was $54. What does it look like today? The answer is... oh my, it's down to less than 40. But why, Hedge? Why has this happened? What's gone wrong? We found out what the box's DLC is. With great thanks to Mr. Sendox. Let me go grab that picture. I've got to get my Discord back up. So, yes. Protox has already made a video showcasing this as well. Get a good look at your brand new storage collection made by Facepunch themselves. It's a bit ugly. With all due respect, it is a bit ugly. But you know what? That's what they intended. It's rusted. It's like scrapped, patched together, a DIY design. Our main concern is, though, what price is that going to sell for? That's the biggest concern. It might look ugly. It might not be to everyone's fancy, but at the end of the day, it's super easy to see what it is. So these glow in the dark as well. In fact, again, let me just go ahead and show you the Protox video so you can just go see for yourselves. Protox boxes DLC. There you go. I did make a short video pointing it out to everybody. Yeah, go watch this yourself. It's only 4 minutes of your time. It's super easy to read. It's super clear. More specifically, you know how with Xenotype boxes, it has the stylish text. That's in English. But to this day, people keep telling me, I can't read it. It's Mandarin. It's not. It's English. It's just very stylized. Anyway, with the small side, of course, when you stack up your boxes and you store them away and whatnot, the small side, most people can't read the Xenotype, but they will be able to read that. I can see that right there. It says boom. It says comps. It's super easy to read. Just because of that, yeah. So with that now appearing, in theory, a lot of people are like, well, why? Because the demand for these storage collections is now going to go down. Because people would rather just get the DLC if it's cheaper. Let me put it this way. If Face Punch sell their boxes DLC for about $20, that could get even worse. Dramatic pause. We don't know how much they're going to list it for. This was worth $54 just a few days ago. But it was literally last night. Literally last night, I was just on stream. I was just mucking about with Cheese. Did you see my short video where Cheese was showcasing a Zerg boat? It was pretty cool. So go give that a good watch. Like 10 minutes after this, we had Protox appear on stream. And, well, yeah, the reaction was pretty quick and pretty swift. So I had to quickly warn everybody. I made the short video just to warn everybody. People were dumping. People started dumping, unloading all of their stock, and prices got cheap real quick. So I was warning people, hey, if you've got any barders on the Xenotype collection, you might want to remove it. Lo and behold, boom, that was probably a smart decision to do. Not all of them have gone dramatically down bad, but it's expected it's going to be pretty bad for a while. Now, my answer to all of you right now is that we're expecting prices to drop off regardless. We're now entering March time. Will this ever recover? First of all, we need to hear the key detail. How much is that box's DLC going to be sold for? We shall see. So, gotta wait a bit. It's awkward. Very awkward. But you know what? You could probably go grab yourself a nice affordable Xenotype collection now. Like, if you're annoyed, if you didn't have the full set, now's probably a great time to consider it. But maybe still wait it out until we find out what the price of the DLC is, then make a move. Because if we find out that DLC is super cheap, oh, that can get so much worse. Now, that's just the Xenotype collection. Realistically speaking, it's because it came out like more recently. If I could go to the Graffiti collection, I'm pretty sure this was worth around $80 just a few days ago. I was looking at all of them beforehand. Yeah, it looks like this has had a bit of a drop-off as well. Not an insane one. All the skins are still in the positive. But yeah, that's had a bit of a drop-off. Scientific was $130. Yep, $130. Let's go get a good look at you. Scientific storage collection. Yeah, it's lost about $30 of its value. Still, the majority of them are still in the positive. And then, of course, Neon storage collection, which is a bit awkward because we've got all the other deplorables. But I did basically price it at about $250 for the large boxes. To be honest with you, I haven't noticed that much of a bad drop-off. This is kind of normal anyway. We expected prices to start dropping off now regardless. So it's better it happens now than if it happened in like the summertime. Or of course January time. So, okay, fair enough, understood. We'll leave it be. When we find out the price, it could very likely affect everything. But I'm still under the impression that the Neon storages right here, I feel like they'll probably retain their value still because it's got reputation. It's prestigious. People have always looked at these, viewed them in high regard, respected them, and I wouldn't be surprised that these managed to retain their value a lot better compared to all the other storage collections. So, okay, we'll see what happens there. Right then, so keep an eye on micro522.com if you want to get a good look at all the potential brand new skins. Is that Funerary SKS? Oh, I did not see you. I did not see that. Oh, it's there. Oh, there you go. Right, so I can point out we're starting to see some interesting looking collection continuations being made. Is that... No. 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 No, Shedmon, not like this. No! What is that? What is that? Shedmon, you're taking it way too far. No, not like this, not like this. Do we have another one? Well, yeah, we do have another one. So is that like, yeah, okay, so. Why? Why must you do this to us? Imagine though, imagine. Oh. I have to make a short video about that, won't I? Yeah. What song would I do? Alright, we'll figure that out anyway. So, yeah. Some interesting collection continuations are starting to appear. But will they actually be accepted? We shall see. We shall see. Alright then. So, keep an eye on the workshop. Regular, non-holiday skins are back. But next week's Rust Store is Lunar New Year week 2. So, March 4 swipe, we will make a return to regular, normal skins. But please be aware. Guess what's happening in a month's time? Easter! Yay! April 4 swipe will be an Easter Rust Store. And the week after that will be another Easter Rust Store, I assume. That's how it usually plays out. So, yay! Yeah, there's no escaping it. There's no escaping it. Right, so cool. Right then, at the very least after that then, you have the summertime. And then the next holiday won't be until October? Yeah, okay, then we're good then, yeah. So, yeah, we'll just enjoy ourselves. I wonder what the next big proper update is for Rust this year, though. Well, I mean, you've seen the roadmap. It must be animals, right? And the Nexus thing. I'm not sure if too many people actually care about the Nexus. I can perpetually keep all my things? Cool! Or is it? Because isn't the whole idea of starting from fresh the appeal? I mean, it would be interesting for some perpetual servers that you can go back and forth to. See who can last the longest. Alright, anyway. So, I think we've said everything that needs to be said. Yeah, I've pointed this tweet out. Having a bit of a panic. You get the idea. So, alright, cool. Like, literally the day before. The day before, we knew that was going to be a large box set. So, that's when things were starting to go a little bit, And then Protox releases the video showcasing them, and then, yeah. Oh, dear. So, it is what it is. Oh, by the way, I hope you liked the video where I showcased the silly horse mask with the horse costume. You might want to sell those horse costumes whilst you still can, because the price is very high, but, of course, it will be back for Easter. That would be the expectation, so, right, cool. Cool. And one final extra thing. If you've got, like, quite a lot of funds at the moment, and you're considering, what on earth could I do right now to go ahead and invest into something different? Well, I'd recommend you consider looking at Sandbox. I actually now have a collection of this now, Sandbox investing videos, because I've been looking at this for over a year now. And let me tell you, something I bought, there was a set of Santa-themed Christmas skins, right? Altogether, it probably cost about $10. Right now, altogether, it costs about $250. What? Unfortunately, you've missed out. But you could still get in right now and potentially succeed. So consider giving that a good watch. Quite a lot of interesting things to learn about. Because, of course, Sandbox is apparently releasing in April. And if that actually kicks off and works out quite nicely, you might see Hedge sitting here constantly talk about Sandbox now. Well, with Rust. Whichever one will I love more, we'll see. Whichever one makes me more profit. Nah, I'm joking. But we'll see, all right? So, keep an eye out for this. It's easy. You just buy the skins and wait. I just did that and I've succeeded already. Yay. Right, cool. So that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Keep an eye out on the workshop. Plenty of very interesting skins on the horizon, but which ones will be accepted? Why not comment below? You tell me.